gamers, this is Austin with Brush for Hire. I'm here with Adam, and we're going to play a game of Malifaux tonight. Neither of us have played a whole lot of Malifaux to this point, so you're going to be learning along with us. So if we make really stupid mistakes, feel free to leave them in the comments, but just to be aware, there will probably be some mistakes. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is flip for deployment. So Adam, go ahead and flip for us.
It is a 2, so it's diagonal.
Okay, so show us what diagonal looks like in the book there. All right, so we've
12.5 inches from the middle.
Sweet. All right. Well, let's go ahead and set that up, and we'll be back in a sec.
Where's good?
So now we got to flip for the, what is it, encounter? I'm sorry.
Core encounter.
Okay. So we got a 5, which is
Destroy the evidence.
Okay, so let's talk about destroy the evidence. What do we got?
Destroy the evidence. We're placing essentially 3 30mm bases each. 1 in our opponent's deployment zone and 1 within 10. And we're trying to essentially destroy more of the opponents than yours, I think.
Okay.
Or no, they score you victory points.
So here are the pieces of evidence that we put on the board here. The ones with the blood stains are Adam's. So he's got the 1 inside my deployment zone, and then he's got 1 over here that's within 10 inches of the deployment zone, and this one over here that's within 10 inches of my deployment zone. And then the ones with the clockwork are the ones that I placed. This one is just barely within 10 of his deployment, and another one within 10 inches, and the one that is completely within. So.
Can you run and still cast it?
Okay, so we're picking schemes now. So Adam has chosen his 2 and has decided to announce both of them so that he gets an extra victory point per if he achieves them.
Yeah, I'm doing Breakthrough and I'm doing Grudge. So I have to have more of my guys in his deployment zone than he does, and one of my minions has to kill a specific one of his minions that I don't have to announce.
So I've stepped out into the garage so that my decisions on the schemes will be secret. I am not declaring mine, so I don't get any extra points if I actually manage to do them. I'm going to do eye for an eye, and I'm going to do holdout, which actually is in direct opposition to what he is going to be doing. So for eye for an eye, I need to keep the model count on both enemies equal, so or within 1. So if he's got 6 and I've got 6, I've got to stay. You know, if I kill 2 of his, then 1 or 2 of mine has to die. So the end count needs to be no more than 1 different on the models. And then holdout, I have to keep him out of my deployment zone, which is going to be tough considering he's banking 2 victory points on that. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to just do a flip real quick to see who deploys first. So Lambo, I've got a 5 and Adam has a 10.
So do I choose who deploys first, or do I deploy first?
Let's just go with you choose who deploys first. So,
all right, then I'll go first.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so Adam has deployed here, so let's take a look at the armies that we've got.
I got 3 Silurids.
Okay.
I have Marcus.
All right.
The Slate Ridge Mauler.
Okay.
And the Jackalope.
Cool. I like that Jackalope. All right. So over here on the other side, I've got my crew. This is there's 3 witchlings here. There's the other one and the other one in red over there. We got Samuel and Sonia. There is the master. And then up top we have a watcher. He's just going to be sweeping around, spotlighting stuff. And just as a side note here, both of us have 6 soul stones to spend. These come partly from the masters, and then they make up the extra points that you don't get to spend because, you know, I had like 2 extra points to spend, so I just bought 2 more soul stones. They go up to a maximum of 8 for a small game like this called a brawl. I think it's a brawl. So that's these just help sort of cheat fate a little bit here. They allow you to add an extra flip of the deck onto a roll if you have like a critical situation. So that's what those are. Okay, so now we're going to flip for initiative. This is the first turn here. Just see who goes first. So that's a 7 for me and a 1 for Adam. So I'll be activating first. So unlike other games, this one you activate individual models from one side and then a model from the other side. So I would activate a model, then Adam will activate a model, then I will go back and forth until we run out of models, and then we start on the next turn. So up first is the Watcher, and he has a move of 7. He can't charge, but he's got a move of 7, so I'm just gonna have him move. So let's do that. So we're just gonna do both of our move actions at the same time here. It's 14 inches. I'm gonna get him swooping on over to this objective over me. And that's the end of my first activation. So what are you activating?
I'm going to start out by activating Marcus, and he's going to companion the Jackalope, which is his totem.
Okay, so when he companions stuff, that basically means that they get to activate together, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's his totem. So Marcus is going to use 1 0 action to walk, or one of his actions to walk 5.
Okay, cool.
He has Instinctual, so he gets to do 2 0 actions.
Okay.
So he's going to start off by casting Wild Heart.
Okay, so
That is a 2 of tomes.
so what does he need
He's a
to
casting of
cast?
7, so I needed at least a 3.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
So
But you've got cards in your hand, and you could cheat from.
I'm going to cheat a 3. Just
Wicked.
to get it off. It's not
Alright.
a tome, so I only get 1 effect.
Okay, what's the effect that you get?
I'm going to take Fox for +2 defense.
There you go. One of them.
And then I am going to
Okay.
use my other action to walk another 5.
Okay. So what was the action that you did in the middle there? The fox action.
It was a 0 action. It was a
What does
wild
it
heart
do?
spell. It let me get that buff.
Okay.
It was that cast.
Circle and you don't, and I win.
And I'm going to attempt to use Feral, which is my another 0 action against the Watcher.
Okay. So
It is
do you need a flip for it?
Yeah, it is a 10-inch range, so I'm in range.
Okay. So you're in range. You're trying to cast it on the Watcher up there.
It is opposed by your willpower, so I need at least a 3 of tomes. I got a 7 of tomes.
Okay. Cool. Now, one question about line of sight: are you in the shadow of the building?
I don't think so, since it's 2 inches.
Okay.
Okay.
Or what would the shadow of a 2-inch building be?
I imagine 2 inches. So
Because you're 2 inches high, I'm 2 inches high.
then, as long as you're outside of 2 inches from the building, you should be fine. Yep. So, all right. So you got line of sight to me. Do I have a bonus from being up here? Do I have an elevation bonus?
No, it's a willpower duel.
Okay. Cool. All right. So then,
You flip your willpower.
okay. So I'm going to flip. Blam. I got a 9, and the willpower on the Watcher is a 5. So that's a total of 14.
And I have a total of 14.
Okay, so it's a meets then. So that means that, what, I cheat first and then...
You cheat first, and then I do.
Okay, sounds good. So let's see what cards I have in my hand here. This looks poorly.
It's your range. 12.
I will choose not to cheat.
It could be 12.
Okay. So he just gains the beast characteristic.
That guy up there gains beast.
Critical explode.
Or he gains beast.
He gains beast.
He gains beast.
He's
The
a
Watcher
beast
has
right
beast now. Okay. So what does that do for me? Or how does that hurt me?
I have other triggers that affect beasts that make you like not able to do
Gotcha.
actions and reduces your willpower and such.
Okay. All right.
Alright, so that's all for Marcus.
So now the Jackalope.
Jackalope is going to activate. It is going to start out by trying to cast Leap.
Okay.
It needs a 10. Its casting value is 4, and I need a mask. Which
Wow.
he succeeds. Very.
Quite handily, actually. Very
So
nice.
he gets to be placed with its charge, which is 7.
Okay. He gets to be placed. Oh, so
Yeah,
he
gains-
basically
he gains flight.
So flying Jackalope.
So he's going to go right there.
Nice. All right. So he's coming up the stairs.
And he is going to try to charge the Watcher.
Okay. What's his charge range?
7.
Okay. Let's see if
And
you're in
he
range.
has a range 1 of melee.
Okay. I don't believe you're gonna make it.
Yeah. I think he's going to be just out.
Yep. I believe you are correct there.
Yep.
Okay. So that's it for his activation then.
Yep. that's
Okay.
everything.
So I'm going to activate this witchling over here. He's going to move 4. And he's going to move 4 again. And he's got a 0 action over here. Let's see what we get. Wow, these are hard to pick up. Okay, his 0 action is Disrupt Magic. So Enemy models casting flips receive a -1 to the flip until the start closing phase. So basically, any casters or anything within 6 inches of him has -1 to the flip, which doesn't mean -1 to the total. It means you draw an extra card and you choose the lowest. So, all right, that's it for that activation.
Wow. That's awesome.
Oh, this is in difficult terrain. This is a forest. So the Slate Ridge Mauler is going to double walk.
Okay.
So he's in a forest. So I think in Malifaux it's half movement speed like normal.
Okay.
So he's going to go to right there, and he has no 0 actions he can do, so he's done.
Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to do something really crazy now. I'm going to take this Witchling and I'm going to double move him right here, and then I'm going to do Disrupt Magic again. So, yeah.
Alright, I'm activating the Silurids, and I'm using Pack to activate all 3 of them at the same time.
All right, cool.
So I'm going to start with this front one. I'm going to try to use a 0 action leap.
Okay.
I need at least a 7.
Nope.
I did not get a 7.
Will you be cheating?
I will cheat a 7
All right, cool.
to successfully leap him.
So he gets to leap 10 inches, is that
9
right?
inches.
9 inches, okay. Jump. All right.
And then he is going to use 1 action to move 5.
Okay.
And then he's going to move 5 again to back there. And then
Okay.
he is going to, he gets instinctual, so he gets 2 0 actions. So he's going to activate Chameleon,
Okay.
which gives him soft cover.
Okay.
Next
Some
Silurids
shadow.
is
All right.
activating. He is leaping. Succeeds.
Blammo. Next one. So they're coming around the side here.
9, and then he's going to double walk. I'll just go to 10.
Okay.
And then he's
Back
going to
here. And Chameleon.
Chameleon.
Okay.
And then the last Siluriid.
Okay.
He fails,
Okay.
but I am going to cheat an 8.
All right.
Because if these guys don't stay next to each other, they start taking damage. So I want to keep them within 6 inches.
All right. It sounds like a good call.
And then you can double walk 10.
So basically
And
just piles it.
Chameleon.
All right. Cool.
And that's all of my activations for this turn.
Okay. So now I get to activate pretty much everything else in my crew. Okay. So we're gonna do Sonia's activation now, and she has just a boatload of rules. So I'm gonna do my best to keep them all straight here. So let's move her. Let's actually just double move. We're gonna move her up this way. She ends up about there. And then for my 0 action, I'm gonna use. Let's just use Nullify Magic. It's like the thing that the Witchlings do, except double. So it's double flip or double minus to the flip, or -2 to the flip. That's what I mean. Those are the words I'm looking for. And then, since she is a casting expert, which means I get 1 free cast action, let's do... that's not even going to work. I don't think anything's even in range, really. Is there something I can do? I'm not even sure. Okay, I guess I'll try to do... Well, Flame Wall's not even going to work. Whatever. She's not going to do anything. It's all good. So I'm going to pop over here to Samuel, who also has a speed or a walk of 4 inches. So I'm just going to have him move up to get into position to start shooting stuff next turn. And this Witchling over here is going to double move. It's actually going to move over here. And then it's 2 inches down, so he's coming down a ladder. And then 2 more inches right over there. And I think that's it. That's everything.
And he activating his anti-magic?
Yeah, he'll do his anti-magic thing. So 0 action on him too. All right. All right. So it's time to do our initiative flip for this turn. Blammo. What do we got? I got 5 of masks, and you got an 8 of tomes. So you get the initiative. I think you can cheat that, right?
You have to spend a soul stone, and all that lets you do is flip again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's not really worth it there. Okay, so what will you be doing, good sir?
I'm going to start by activating just the Jackalope, and he is going to charge the Watcher.
Okay, sounds good.
So he's got 7 inches, so he's...
Easily in.
All right. So now
So
we
now-
flip.
Opposed flip here. My defense
combat is
first.
4.
And my defense is something. Don't know.
5.
5. Okay. So I got a 4 and you got a 7.
So I'm at 11. Right
And I'm
now.
at a 9. So now I would cheat first. Let me see what cards I have in my hand this time. Let's hope for a better hand. Listen. Okay. Okay. All right.
So her defense or your armor is
You know, we could at least make it a little more difficult. What's your total right now?
11.
Okay. Mine is a 9. Let's do this.
okay.
Is that what you meant to drop?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to cheat up to a 6, which brings us to even, so that's a -2 to the flip. So,
Okay. So I am going to cheat with a 10 to go to 14.
so now you're only at a -1 to the flip, but
It
a
actually
+1 to the
works.
flip because you charge. So
Yes.
we're at an even flip now.
So I hit, so I'm going to flip for damage.
Sounds good?
And it is a severe,
Snap.
which is going to be a 2. And then the jackalope has a special rule with horns. He gets
Okay.
+2 damage while charging. So that'll be 4 damage to the watcher.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. That's 4 damage to the Watcher, and he dies. He's only got 4 hits.
And I think it's the watcher that has the rule where he gets to attack before he dies.
That's true. He does. He has one more action he could do. So I am going to do his action where I get to look at the top card on my deck and then decide whether I want to put it on the bottom of the deck or the top of the deck. I think that's going to go to the bottom of the deck.
Okay. And that is my scenario.
Oh,
That was the model I chose to kill.
okay.
So that's 2
Sounds good.
victory points.
All right. Well, I am at a significant disadvantage now. So now it's time for...
The jackalope is going to use his 0 action to leap.
Okay. So what do you need to do to leap?
I have a casting of 4 and I need a 10 and a mask. So I need,
So you need
at
a
least
6
of
mask. So you got a 3 of ram. So
I'm not going to.
okay, so no cheating. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so I'm going to activate Sonia. She's going to make an advance straight on up here. And then I am going to attempt to shoot at what's your master's name again?
Marcus.
So we're going to shoot at Marcus with Flame Burst. But before I do that, I'm going to use Confiscated Lore as my 0 action, which means that I have one of these lovely bad boys, sacrifice them. This is a soul stone that I'm sacrificing to get Confiscated Lore off. It means that I automatically get +1 tome to my casting, so that means that all of my spells pretty much go off without a hitch, so long as I get the right number now. So I'm going to shoot at Marcus.
Is it
with
opposed?
Flame Burst. Yeah, Flame Burst is going to be opposed, so
By what?
by your defense.
Defense.
What's your defense?
Oh, I didn't activate Marcus yet, so he is at his base defense of 5.
Okay, so
I do have a defensive trigger, which may come into.
okay, so let me just check for range here first, and it looks like we are easily in range. And then I am going to flip skis. So that is a 10.
That is a 6.
So I'm at a 17 right now.
I'm at an 11.
Okay, so you get to cheat first.
I'm going to attempt to use my Defend Me trigger.
Okay.
It's automatic because it has a tome and I have a tome of my casting value. I'm going to see if my friendly beast is within 3 inches of Marcus.
Would you like me to
Yeah.
check for it?
The Viper?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, if I'm hit, so I am not going to cheat that right now. I switch places with the nominated beast, so could you pick them up and swap
Absolutely.
places?
Let me just set.
So that is one of Marcus's defensive triggers.
Okay, cool.
So now the Slate Ridge Mauler is the target of the attack.
Okay, so this is his defense then now?
Yes.
So what is his normal defense?
4, so that's a 10.
10 versus my 17.
Is now the target of the attack, yes. So.
Okay. All right.
So I am going to. I'm going to keep the 6. I'm not going to cheat.
Okay.
So it is now Sonia attacking the Slate Ridge Mauler.
Well, hold on 1 second. So I'm at 17, you're at a 10, so I'm in
Yeah.
the even flip range now.
Yes.
Okay.
If you somehow got to 21, you would be at a positive flip.
Okay. All right. Okay, so then I flip for damage. So here comes damage. That is a moderate.
And, Neil, could you look up hard to wound?
Boss donation.
Okay, so the big bear thing is actually hard to wound, which means that it's hard to wound 1, which means I get a minus to the flip here. So I pulled a 9, which is a moderate. So I'm going to pull another one, and we take the lowest of the 2. So okay, this is a 10, which is also still a moderate. So it's going to be moderate either way. So
And the Mauler has bearskin armor, which makes it immune to damage from blasts.
okay,
So
which is
he has-
unfortunate because her moderate damage for this spell is a blast. But I get 2 blast markers here, so I get to place 1 anywhere on him, and then I get to place 1 next to it. So the second one will hit Marcus, but it'll be at 1 lower level.
of damage.
Yeah, damage. So that means that it'll be 2 instead of 3, but 3 doesn't even happen to the Slate Ridge Mauler because he ignores blast damage.
Okay, so Marcus will take 2 damage, and I'm just gonna mark
Okay,
that by
that's
dice
fine.
by his card.
Okay, so he's still got 8 hit points left. Alright, so Sonia still has 1 more action. She's moved, which is 1 action. She's cast, which is a 2nd action, which I used her casting expert action. She's also done a 0 action, which is Forbidden Knowledge, I think is the name of it. Or Confiscated Lore, sorry. Had used a Soul Stone to do that, and I'm going to go ahead and cast. Let's see here, what am I going to do? I'll cast the same spell again, and we'll shoot it at the Slate Ridge Mauler again. So let's do the flip.
Okay, Slate Ridge's defense is 4. Ooh.
Okay, so I win by 3. I'm up by 3 at the moment.
There's nothing I can really do to cheat that, so I'm not going to.
Okay, and I can't sufficiently cheat that much higher, so just flip for damage here, and it's a
That's
minus
a-
flip.
Yeah.
So it's a weak damage, which does 2 to him, so no blasts, so he actually takes the 2.
And you were in the normal damage range, with no negatives for the damage flip. How many did you beat me by? I had a 15.
No, that was a minus flip, so I took the weak.
No, I mean,
What?
but hard to wound on top of that.
Right.
But I mean, how much did
Oh.
you beat my defense is what I was saying.
No, I beat you by 3.
Oh, you beat me by 3.
Yeah, so
Which
I
would
was
be-
a minus to the flip,
Yeah.
so I drew an 8 and a 2, so I get weak damage. So it's not blast damage, so you don't
That
shake
wouldn't
it off.
That wouldn't be. You would be at a -2 to the flip.
Oh, would I? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll roll 1 more. So you got 2 moderates and a weak, so it didn't even matter.
Okay.
So yes, you milled out a 10 from my deck. Okay. So it's 2 damage for the Slate Ridge Mauler.
And that is not a blast.
Not a
It
blast.
doesn't generate one that
Does
would
not
hit Marcus.
generate another one.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that her activation?
Yes, that is her activation. Okay. So Slate Ridge is activating next.
I am going to walk 4 inches
Okay.
up to here,
Sounds good.
and then it's going to take 4 inches to get up.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, you can't do the same one over.
Okay, so that's 2 actions.
And he is going to see if he's going to see his melee range.
2 inches.
Yes. Oh, he's just
Sonia
out.
is not in his melee range.
And he would have been able to get 1 more action because he's melee expert 1, which means he gets an additional ability only for melee.
Okay.
And that is all he can do right now.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So I'm going to activate Samuel next, and he is going to first do a 0 action called Flaming Bullets, which I will attempt to make happen here. I got to get a 14 It's a casting cost of 14, and I've got a 5, so I need a 9 or better. Oh, okay. I think I better cheat that one. Let's see what I got. Let's see what I got. Let's do a 9. That is the minimum needed to make this happen. Alright, so that happens. And then, so now this model's range strikes inflict +2 damage until the end of this next activation. Cool. Alright, so now he is going to use his other 2 actions to do a rapid fire, which means that he can fire 3 times this turn.
If you discard a control card.
If I discard a control card. Aha. Checking me on that one. Discarding this weak nonsense.
There's a key card right there.
Yeah, very. Alright, so now his range is 10. I'm going to shoot at the Slate Ridge Mauler. He is in range. So, he has a ranged ability here of 6.
I have a defense of 4.
So, let's flip. Oh.
So I'm at a 15.
Yeah.
You're at a...
I'm gonna lose. Okay, so I'm gonna eat that one. I'm gonna hope I flip better for the second of 3 attacks here. Let's do this. Blam. Okay, so this
I'm
is...
at a 14.
I am also at 14. So
right now you would be at a -3 flip.
will you be cheating, sir?
I will not.
Okay, so I'm at a -3 flip, you say? I think I'm just gonna go with that. So
Because he's hard to wound, and then you're at -2, so...
yep, so I gotta draw 4 cards. Okay, so I'm drawing 4 cards now, guys. Blam, so it's a week. So one of the weeks we'll get through. So that is week of 3 +2 for flaming. So that's 5 damage.
So he has 1 left.
6, 7. All right.
And he's hard to kill now, but he only has 1 wound left, so that won't really matter.
Okay, what does hard to kill do, just for future reference?
I think if you're above 1 wound, an attack that would kill you would only bring you down to 1 wound.
Okay, all right. So I kind of cheated that one a little bit, so we're all good there. I'm going to use my final attack to try to wax this dude. No!
Oh, Black Joker.
That was really, really terrible, actually.
That Black Joker just saved you.
Yeah, alright. Well, I think that's pretty much it for Samuel then.
Alright.
I'm going to be activating Marcus next. I'm going to start by using one of his 0 actions, Wild Heart.
Okay.
I'm going to flip. It goes off, but I only have 1 tome. So I am going to give him +2 defense for this round.
Okay.
He's going to use one of his actions to move 5.
Okay.
And he is going to use his last 1 action for Primal Flame.
Okay.
Which is a 14, and I need a ram. So I will need...
Okay, what is your target of this?
The bear.
Okay, are you within the shadow of the building?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
And the bear is height 3, so
Okay.
I'm not sure if that would matter. or not.
I don't know if it does.
So he's in range of 4.
Okay.
So I'm going to flip. My casting is 7. That is a 12, so... But I need a ram.
Okay.
I am going to...
And I get to cast when I kill something with my axe. I get to cast.
I'm going to
spell
cheat.
with a cost of 3 or less for free. I'm gonna
To
cast
Okay.
make it go off. So it's an 8 plus 7 is 15.
Okay.
Plus a ram.
Got it.
So I get to make a healing flip.
13.
Cool.
I gotta hit you
So
first.
the
I
beast
gotta
is making a healing flip,
The defense is 5.
which is severe.
Nice.
Which will heal him for, I believe it is
3?
3 points.
Okay. So just take that off and change that to a 4. Kaboom.
And then I
Samuel should have done his job.
What?
have one last 0 action.
So 13, 14, 15, 18 damage. 18 damage. Well, I mean,
I'm going to attempt to.
well, no damage, yeah, no, it's not 18.
I'm just going to use stare down until the end closing phase. Enemy beasts receive negative on all duels while this model is in their line of sight.
Okay.
For what good that'll do, I don't know, but
And something gets knocked down.
Okay, so this witchling's going to activate. He's actually going to come back up here. It's 2 inches, another 2 inches, and then he's going to do a second movement right over to here. So that is the end of his or he's going to do his 0 action to block magic within 6 inches, or give it -1 to the flip. So that's it.
I'm going to activate this Silurid and use Pack to activate all of them.
Okay.
The first one is going to walk 5. Move your hand to around to here. And he's going to attempt to leap. I need a 7.
That is a 6.
Which does not go off. I'm not going to cheat that.
Okay.
He is going to move another 5. And he's going to use a 0 action to give himself cover.
Okay.
The next Silurid is going to activate. He is going to move 5 to about right here.
Okay.
He's going to attempt a leap. I need a 7. He fails. I'm not going to cheat that. He is going to take this next move.
Okay.
Just around there.
And how close do the Silurids need to be together not to take damage?
6 inches at the end of the closing phase.
Okay. All right.
Alright, the last Silurid is going to activate.
Okay.
He is also going to move 5. He's going to attempt to leap.
Another failure.
I am going to...
Yeah. Yeah, that, I mean,
Well, actually, I guess if you were throwing, that might have...
I'm not going to cheat.
Okay.
that's true, I guess, yeah.
He's going to
Yeah,
move
'cause you
another
would've made
5.
That might have missed. So it's really all
Okay.
dependent on like that one.
And he is going to use his cover.
Okay. Sounds good.
That is my turn.
All this stuff away out of
Okay, so this witchling is going to activate first. Going to move on over here. And then we're going to attempt to shoot at the Slate Ridge Mauler. They have a range of 10, so I'm going to check. Yep, easily in 10 inches. So they're
What was that? 4-star syndicate?
what? Their ranged combat is 4. So let's go ahead and make our attack here. So that is a hit. I'm up by 1. Which means that I'm at a minus flip and then a minus flip for hard wound, so I'm at a -2 flip.
I'm going to cheat that
Okay.
with a 6, so we're at even now.
Okay. Okay, so we're at even. You know what? I will.
Yeah. And she's weapon master.
I'll let it roll. We'll see what we get.
So that's going to
So
be 4 cards.
4 cards.
It's a rough matchup, I guess.
Blammo. Wow.
Wow.
So that is moderate damage. So
So how much is moderate?
moderate for them is 3 damage. So that brings you back down to 1.
Brings me down to 1.
Okay. All right, so that's he's gonna do his 0 action. So -1 flip against enemy magic within 6 inches of him. Then, since you're completely done with your turn, I am going to have the other witchling activate. Got a charge range of 6. I don't think he's gonna be able to make it if he charges. Plus, I think he might clip the edge of that building there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have him move out here to the middle. He's going to fire his weapon at Slate Ridge Mauler as well. So I got 1 hit point left. Let's see if we can finish the job here that we started. Okay, here we go, and a flip. Oh, nice. Okay, so I am at a total of 18 at the moment. I'm sorry, 17. Because they've got a 4 on their range. Will you be cheating?
I would have to cheat a 13, but you would still hit me, and any damage is going to kill me, so I am not going to cheat it.
But they can't win against
Sounds good.
big armor.
Does he have any death effects?
No. He's hard to kill, but he has 1 wound left.
Okay, all right.
So the Slate Ridge Mauler goes down.
Sounds good. Okay, that is the last. Oh, he's going to do a 0 action for the minus flip on enemy stuff, but that's all to the end of the turn, so it doesn't really matter anymore.
Plus the redo it.